Jim Rohn taught us this thing. There are 3 types of associated lists that you need to have in life. There are 3 types of people that you want in your life. So if you take a page and you draw 3 columns on a piece of paper, in the first column, you give it a title. The first column is called limited association. Second column is disassociation. Third column is expanded association. This was a program when we were doing a whole 12-month success program, and in 2009. And he said, well, what you want to do now is you want to write down all the people that you have that you feel that you can spend time with them. Like, these are people that you meet up very often, in the week or day, during the week, or in the weeks during the month. And you spend time with them. They're friends of yours, but you don't really grow from them much. Like, you might have a good time with them, but you don't really come out of there feeling like, wow, I've just become wiser, right? You just have a good time. That's about it. Have a great laugh, great food, great wine, whatever it is, and you have a good time and you walk out of there. Or they're at your place and you hang out together for a while and a good time. So you take those people and now you put them into your limited association. That means you got to limit your time. If you're spending a week, if you meet them 2 times a week, now you meet them once a week, right? If you're meeting them for, say, a couple of hours for dinner or whatever, lunch or whatever, at your place or their place or outside, whatever, once a week or once a month, now you limit that time from 2 hours to maybe 15 minutes. So you put them in a list called limited association. So you limit your time with these people. Then the second column is disassociated. Now, that's an obvious one. People that when you meet them, they're like energy vampires. They're like they meet you and they go, that's all that happens. They suck the daylights out of you. Like, do you know anyone like that? Like, they don't even have to show up. Like, you see their name on the phone go and you're like, ugh. Okay. Those are energy vampires. Those are people that are toxic in your life. Hey, blood or no blood, doesn't matter, right? They fit in there, right? Right from grandmother, grandfather, father-in-law, wife, husband, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, niece, nephew, whoever, friend, business associate, neighbor, schoolmate, classmate, whatever. If they are toxic, you put them in your disassociation list. That means you completely cut. Everybody say cut. Cut. You cut your ties with these people. Don't cut them. You cut them out of your life. You put them in your disassociate. You disassociate. You don't spend no more time with them. You delete their number. You block them from your socials, and you do not keep in touch with them. Period. They try to make contact with you. You do not respond. Doesn't matter whether they're blood or no blood. Okay. And then he said, the third one is expanded association. Now, these are people that when you meet them or sit with them, even for 5 minutes, you just feel like, hallelujah, hallelujah. Like, you just feel enlightened. You feel motivated. You feel inspired. You feel expanded, both emotionally, spiritually, and in fact, even mentally. Like, you just feel a growth. Like, you feel not just feeling good, because those happen with the people in the limited association. You feel good hanging out. I'm talking about growth, mental growth, emotional growth, spiritual growth. You put those in those people, you make a list of all of them there. And now your job is to focus all your energy and attention on the people in that third column, the expanded association. But here's the kicker. This was half told. Remember I said to you, thought leaders tell you stuff, and every thought leader in the world, no matter how great they are, their thoughts are incomplete. Remember I said that to you guys? Right, okay, so.
Yeah.
Here's the incomplete that happened there. Jim left it there, bless his heart. He's like an absent grandfather of mine, right? What I didn't realize was that these people in the limited association or disassociation, these are people that I started turning my back on, right? Like, because that's what you want to do, right? The ones who are just so you don't want to even talk to them, cut them out. And then the limited association, you want to spend very little time with them as much as you can. But here's the thing. These are people that you will generally not agree with. Okay? These are people that you will generally not agree with. Why? Because they're not on the same wavelength. They're turtles, you're giraffes. Obviously, perspectives are different, right? So while that's true, here's the mantra that I learned. This humbled me like crazy, and this created growth. Listen carefully now. While that's true, what I discovered was that even though I disagree with almost everything they say, I am clever enough. God's given me the cleverness, the intelligence to be aware that they may have a 50% chance of being right. True or false? They may not be great. They may not be someone I want to be inspired by, but they may have a 50% chance of being right on certain things. True or true? So it would be absolutely foolish. Oh, and by the way, while that's being said, because you know what? Everything has two sides, right? A pizza has two sides. A slice of bread has two sides. Your palm, look at your palm, everybody. Look at your palm. Put your palm up in the air. Look at your palm. It's got two sides. Look at it. It's got two sides. It all got two sides. The cup, two sides. The other side, the second side of it is, these people that I'm going to expand and grow from, as much as I agree with everything they say, there's a 50% chance they may be also wrong with many things. True or true? If it's true, say true. So while that's the case, I must never completely ignore the people in the disassociated and the limited association. As crazy as this sounds, as radical as this may seem, I should never, that's what helped me in the last 3 years. So I blocked them, okay? I limited my time with them, but I certainly am open to seeing what's going on because there's a chance that they're 50% right. That makes me 50% wrong on that deal. Therefore, if I'm open to that, I may just discover something that can help me when I'm spending my time, most of my time, with the people that are in my expanded list of association. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Dude, I used that and things shifted. Like there are people that I can't stand. Like people can't stand Trump. There are people that I can't stand. Okay. But with this mantra, I can now sit. I can now sit and I can take it in because I know that there's a good chance, there's a 50% chance that they could be right, as much as I don't like them. And same thing with the people that I like, there's a 50% chance they could be wrong. So what that means now is it makes me realize that, hey, I don't know everything. Therefore, I don't need to claim to know everything. So when I'm serving and showing up for you, I don't need to be the I know it all. Do you know how much pressure that takes off me? Do you know why it's important to take that pressure off me? Because then if I don't have the pressure, I can serve at my highest for you. Therefore, I can create your growth that you so desire to have more than I do and be able to see things possible for you that you may not be able to see because you're too close to the fire. But now I can facilitate better because I'm serving at the highest. And that pressure goes off. Now that's a pressure that you guys walk around with because you think you need to know it all. You got a reputation to hold. You got to have all the knowledge about apartment investing. You got to have all the knowledge about health and what it means. You've done degrees of studies and you spend so much money and time as a doctor to the point that you're on a chair. You're on one of the chair on the board of an educational institution that is well recognized. I mean, you got so much at stake. Can you imagine the pressure that he's carrying? And if he makes one wrong move, what could that do to him? Could ruin his entire career, correct? But that's provided he sits with that intention of, oh, I got to have it